Oh my goodness me, they've scored! No! 10 minutes in and they're off the mark! We're getting ripped apart down our right-hand side. Noah Beister's all over the place. What happened here, by the way? Goalkeeping, again, it's just non-existent, isn't it? We didn't start Onana because in recent games he's been poor. And I mean, look at that. What is Zoet doing? Gnabry, Serge Gnabry from distance! Get in! There's the quality we talk about. 5 to go until half-time and we strike. It's been coming, though. You have to say that. We have been pretty much on the front foot since going 1-0 down. Here goes Boss. Fresh legs off the bench, and he continues. Still with the ball at his feet. Oh, he's found the back of the net. What? How on earth did that go in? I honestly, I'm going to hold my hands up right now. I did not expect to see that one hit the back of the net. Erdegaard, Herrera might be able to get this. Herrera to finish it. Not quite, but that will do it, my friends. And for the second season in a row, we have done the domestic double. We are champions! Hello everybody and welcome back to more career mode today, season 3, episode number 13 coming your way as we embark on the biggest game of the series so far. Of course, before we get into that, I need to touch upon what you have seen. Of course, if you haven't already seen the episode, the previously section will have spoilt that, so I apologize, but that is the way it is. If you haven't seen it, of course, you can still go back and check out that game. It is up on the channel. And on that topic anyway, I want to say a massive thank you for the support over the last few episodes on the series. We've been hitting close to or over 100 likes, which is absolutely brilliant to see. So thank you for that. Hopefully you've had a good weekend and hopefully your day's about to get even better with this one here. Now, going into that and coming out of the cup final actually, our attention switched to this game against Atletico. Now, as I said at the back end of last episode, this probably might be the end, you know, of our time with the Graafschap, because depending on how this game goes here against Atletico, or rather how the two legs go against Atletico, we are going to be seeing potentially the end of the season here. And of course, if we don't make it through to a final of the Champions League, we've got no more games to play. The cup final's already been done. We've already won the league title, of course. There is some positives though, and that is that we could still go a full season unbeaten in the league. But that is at the back of my mind right now, because I've already set up the side. And of course, I'm ready to go into game against Atletico. And a few episodes ago, if you would have told me that we'd have a chance at a Champions League final, I'd have told you you were absolutely insane. Just insane. But that is how we find ourselves. We are close. And as it stands right now, Real Madrid are already one up against PSG. They've beaten them on their first game on aggregate. So we have the potential to stop it being a Madrid derby in the final. But we've got to better Atletico over the course of 2 legs. So it's time then for our first of those 2 legs and our first game of today as we will get ourselves into this. And of course, last night was Champions League final, IRL. I won't talk about that too much in this episode. I'll try not to at least. But I said it was going to be a fantastic game. Turned out it wasn't too great, was it? But never mind. So it's time for our very own Champions League massive night, and this is the side we've gone with. Zoet, Taylor, Straumann, Todibo, and Abita, Milivojevic, Morrison, Gibbs-White, Jesse, Boss, and Erdegaard. Of course, Patrick, who was the hero against Hoffenheim, is on the bench. So I was so gutted. He just wasn't quite fully fit for the game, but I'm sure he'll be fully fit for the second leg. So just hold out here. Don't give away an away goal, and I will feel very confident going over to Spain. The feels when you hear the music, man. You know you're in for a very, very tough game. And we're waiting to see what is going to be the side presented in front of us from Atletico. Obviously, Griezmann's there. I've seen Angel Correa. I've seen Rodrigo. I've seen a couple of other players as well that look decent. But of course, for us, there it is. You've seen it just before that. Zoet starts in goal. I'm in place of Onana, of course. We know why that is after a few poor performances, just to give him a bit of time out and have a little think about things. And of course, Zoet actually was pretty good last episode. I'm not going to lie. I thought he did very, very well in some of the games we played. But or rather in the episode before that as well. But here is Atletico's side then, and Jan Oblak is the goalkeeper to beat. I already don't like the sign of that, and don't like the look of that. As Jimenez, Caldara, 2 centre-backs, Mukiele and Hernandez on the wide areas, Lamar, Sol, Rodri and Correa in the midfield 4, with Griezmann and Kramaric up front. But it'll be us to get the game underway, and as we do that, we have 2 legs of this to go through. What's going to happen? Here is Milivojevic. Don't want to be committing too many bodies forward and get caught on the counter. Remember, a 0-0 here wouldn't be the worst result in the world because it doesn't give them an away goal. And for every goal we get over there, that would be massive for us as Gibbs White. Milivojevic just play easy balls between them. And now there's a pass through towards Boss, who's in behind, and Jan Oblak saves it. Offside flag remains down. I was expecting it to come, to be honest. I thought the offside was gonna pop up, but it just didn't. And a big chance, and that is why goalkeepers are huge in this competition. Jan Oblak, with the right boot, saves it from stupidly close range, and it should have been us leading. That could have been, that could be a definitive save in this tie. I mean, that is absolutely insane, the way he's made that save. Wow. Taylor. Ødegaard steps in and continues, and Martin Ødegaard has found a brilliant ball towards Jesse. 45th minute on the clock. Jesse! And it was straight to Jan Oblak, and that is the best chance of the game so far, apart from that first one from Boss then. I forgot about that, but oh my goodness, we've had the 2 moments of that first half, and both times we've been denied by Jan Oblak. Oh, that's what happens when you have a goalkeeper of that quality. Atletico have him to thank because they could have been behind here, but they're not. The one chance they really managed to conjure up, they didn't even get a shot off of. So, I mean, it's been a fairly comfortable first half for us, to be fair, but we're going to have to remain concentrated throughout because they do break at speed. That's one thing I've noticed from the first half. Luckily, it's not really cost us just yet. Just the one change at half-time, and that is Morrison off. Ødegaard drops into a cam roll, and on comes Daniel de Groot over on the right-hand side. So, bit of fresh legs, just trying to make something happen in the game for us. Remember, 0-0's fine with me, but I do fully expect Atletico to come out swinging in this second half, and they might just do it right here. Griezmann out towards Lamar, and now it's time to see if we can defend realistically in this area. Griezmann again looks to try and fake us, but Milivojevic has done the first bit, but hasn't done the second, and now there's a chance here for Griezmann, who squeezes his way through. Shot comes in. Milivojevic here might be booked. He is. Griezmann got the shot away, though, so I don't think there's going to be anything in this. This is surely not going to be a free kick. But he had the shot. I don't understand that. How are you putting it back for a free kick when he had the shot anyway? And there's another one coming in. I don't quite understand that decision from the referee. Griezmann worked the chance. You played a good advantage. They had the advantage. Griezmann put it wide. So how is that then penalising us twice by allowing them then to have the free kick as well? What? One thing I know for sure is we cannot let them score because I've kind of looked at this game and realised that tonight, although, yes, we forced Oblak into 2 decent saves. Obviously, the first one was quality, wasn't it? Oh, this is bad. Taylor does enough, though, and well defended, actually. Although we have forced him into 2 semi-decent saves, we have looked a little bit lacklustre going forward, I'm not going to lie. And I'm looking at this thinking, how are we going to go to Spain and score in this one? And remember, even if this ends 0-0, we do have to go to Spain and score. There is a chance! Oh, right on cue! Daniel de Groot has headed us in front. 7 to go. We find the breakthrough. Commentator's curse. Just as I'm saying, we look lacklustre going forward. There's the goal. Jesse in, de Groot to finish. And that could be enough. Do you know what? If we can hold on to this 1-0, I will have every confidence over in Spain. That is absolutely huge. But remain concentrated. 2 changes on their way as well. Chong and Patrick both on for Milivojevic and for Martin Ødegaard. And there isn't too long left in the game now. Oh, no, not a good pass. Not a great pass. No, get there, please. Don't let this happen like this. Come on. No, Griezmann's got there first. Not like this. Griezmann turning, playing the easy ball back to Griezmann. Nothing like this. And Straumann will block it behind. That's come from absolutely nowhere. The first chance Atletico have really crafted all night, and Straumann is able to block it. There might have even been a touch off one of their players on the way through, but we have to defend this. Do not let them grab this goal here. Out to the edge of the area. There's the shot in, and it goes over the bar from Caldara. And we survive at home. There is no away goal for Atletico, and that could be absolutely huge. I'm not sure why their fans are so happy about things here. You know what I'm saying? I would be disappointed in my team. 1-0 down, didn't get an away goal either. That could be massive. The game really was poor in many ways. Now, there's a little bit less riding on this, of course, because we are already champions. But there's still a fair bit to fight for. And that, of course, is the unbeaten season. Fortuna, one of the sides to have defeated PSV this season, are our next opponents. We've got them at home. It's a bit of a change around side ahead of the second leg against Atletico. Right now, I haven't actually thought about anything to do with the Champions League final. I don't want to put it into my mind because that's when you start getting complacent. It's just another game, you know what I'm saying? It's just another journey, another opponent. I'm not worrying about what's what, and eventually it'll kick in that we're so close to a Champions League final, especially having a 1-0 advantage as well. This is huge, man. Absolutely huge. To be fair, I thought Atletico were pretty poor when they came to our place, so it's not the first time we've met a pretty lackluster side, if you will. But we won't get very lucky, I don't think, in a final, whoever we meet there. But still, it's time for this one then. Fortuna in this, and of course, Eredivisie still undefeated. De Graaf, Jesse, lovely play. Jesse composed, and that is why we have him in the side. Because when he is on form, he does things like that. I could have lashed at that. We could have gone with the first opportunity to hit across the goalkeeper with the defender recovering. But no, the composure of Jesse to just think about it, fake shot to get the better opportunity and find the top corner was there. And there is the opening goal of the afternoon then. Now, for me, it's more about settling nerves because, like I mentioned, the last time I did this, FIFA 17. So it's been a couple of years. I want this unbeaten season now that we're 2 games away. Patrick, brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. Now De Graaf in towards the box, pulling it back for the run of Patrick, and it's 2-0 just like that. How quickly we can turn a game in the Eredivisie is largely the reason why we are back-to-back champions. We go from like 5th gear all the way up to like 10th. In a space of a few minutes. It's just dumb how quickly we can make things happen with this team. And you've got to remember as well, there's a lot of big name players missing. Oh, the keeper, I think, should save that. He gets a big touch on it. And I think he maybe should save it, but he hasn't done. We're 2 to the good. And surely now cruising for our 3 points here. And more importantly, are still undefeated. Oh, wait a minute, there's a chance, and it should have been a goal. How on earth we lost that header there? I thought this was in. I really thought this was in. We kind of got a little bit dragged out. I'm not going to lie, I didn't really know where my centre-back, Van den Berg, went. Maybe he was putting pressure on the cross, potentially. But we got dragged out, and honestly, I saw the header go, and I thought that was 2-1. Way back into the match, and they should have really taken it, because I don't think they're going to get too many more chances. De Graaf, lovely turn, looking for the run of even Herrera, who's gone in very strong than the goalkeeper. Probably is a card, but the referee doesn't give anything. Great turn from Herrera. Oh, Ivan Herrera, that is brilliant. 3-0, and it is game, set, and match definitely now. That was truly brilliant from Herrera. Just turn, look how far out he is as well. He just starts driving at them. They back off, allow him the shot, and he picks his spot and finds it. Here is Abita with a minute left on the clock. Still looking for one more opportunity, maybe. Add another goal to the mix. Jesse, Gibbs-White, Morgan Gibbs-White. Good footwork. Andy Carroll makes the move. Chong back on onside as well. It is Chong. Carroll, box, 4-0. Andy Carroll on the score sheet as well. The day has been unbelievable for us here. And that's going to do it. There's the full-time whistle, as we have seen. And I think as well, we might even get to see the title trophy presentation here. So we're going to enjoy that. Might throw a little bit of music over this as well, just to add a little bit to it. But of course, straight after this, we go back into the Champions League against Atletico. So a moment to kind of take it in, enjoy this title win potentially, if it does show it. And then it's back to business. I am such a fool. I just got into editing what I thought was going to be the second leg against Atletico. It still is. And then I realized that I muted my mic for the title celebrations and didn't unmute it. So I spent the entire game talking over it, having my live reactions and everything as to what was going on, to only find out that I haven't recorded my voice. Oh, that's such an idiot move. So, unfortunately, you're going to have to deal with me as post-commentary. And, of course, the reactions are going to be nowhere near as good due to that. But I can't believe I did that. What a fool. Oh, man. But, yeah, so, second leg against Atletico. 1-0 in front after the first leg. We're waiting to see what's going to happen here. I was giving it the large, saying about the fact that all we got to do is score early on, knock any potential fight out of the Atletico side. If we get a goal inside the first few minutes, they'll crumble, is what I was saying at this point. We checked out their team again. It was exactly the same lineup that we faced in the first game, and I thought we got ourselves off to the perfect start. Serge Gnabry testing Jan Oblak inside the first 8 minutes. And then, following on from that, 11 minutes on the clock, it was their turn to strike. Lamar finding Rodri. Rodri to Saul. Saul back towards Lamar. He played it to Griezmann, who worked the space really well, actually, with the movement. At first, I was saying about the fact that Ebo just allowed him to do it, but I have to give him credit. The movement from Griezmann to work this chance was really, really good. And I was also saying at this point, did we realistically expect to sit in this one inside their place at Spain and not concede? Probably not. So This wasn't, like, surprising or anything, but I just felt like if I could have got that first goal, we would knock any wind out of the sails of Atletico. But at this point now, it means they can't get any away goals. If we could grab one, it would be huge to do that. And then, 5 minutes later, I lost my marbles because Patrick is something else. He did this to pull us back on level terms on the night, give us a huge away goal, and put us in front on aggregate. This going in meant that Atletico needed 2 themselves to get through. I sat there bewildered, not really sure what to do at this point. Do we sit back? Do we take the game to them? What on earth do we do at this point? I was just in awe of the strike from Patrick because the guy is seriously proving himself. You know, he's come from our youth academy. It's even better to see it when players do that. You know, work their way up from a youth academy to one of your best and most important players. And even if I lost my marbles at 1-1, I didn't know what to do with myself when this happened to not too long later. 10, in fact, later, another academy graduate, Daniel de Groot, gets through 1-on-1 and slides it past the oncoming Jan Oblak to make it 2-1. Scenes. We were going towards a Champions League final. I didn't know what to do. I remember I kind of just sat there for a few seconds, like, not even in silence, not really knowing what to say to you guys on the live comm. So I seriously wish that I had remembered that my mic was muted and I would have been able to give you the reactions. Especially for this goal going in right here, because the time was still in the game. If Atletico could do something magical, and Saul on the stroke of half-time did pull them back on the night to 2-2. So again, they need just 2 more goals to send them through to a Champions League final and await whoever it is going to be in that Champions League final. And there was still 45 minutes of the second half to come as well. However, with 23 to go, Serge Gnabry thought he'd done it for us. He drove inside and this time had his shot straight towards the goalkeeper, and Oblak again was there on hand. But for us, it did not matter. The damage was done, and it was just really a difficult task for Atletico, who had to get 2 more, and they could not do it. I remember saying at this point, we dare to dream, and this is what happens when you do. The Graafschap, a side that hadn't played Champions League football under our reign up until this season. We were knocked out at the round of 16 stage of the Europa League last year. And now in a Champions League final. Let that sink in. Just sit there for a few seconds. Just run that through your mind a few minutes. And then realise just how massive this season has been. In that final, my friends, even if there is no live reaction from me in that one, we will face off against another Madrid side. This one being, of course, Real Madrid, as they defeated PSG in their semi-finals to get there. So that's going to be next episode. And I remember saying as well at this point that if we somehow win that Champions League final, I have to go. I have to leave the club because can you imagine a domestic double, Champions League final winners, and a fully unbeaten season where we face Venlo next time out to try and complete that? You don't get any higher than that. We will have peaked if we manage that. So until next time, guys, a massive, massive thank you for watching this episode. If you have enjoyed it, a like would be greatly appreciated. Enjoy your Sunday evening, and I'll see you all again soon. Adios.